is my appraisal. Cause I'm a hooker selling songs and my pimp's a record label. This world is full of demon stocks and bonds and Bible traders. So I do the deed, get up and leave a climber and a sadist, yeah. Are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces, aces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it. Friends are happy for me, or they're honeysuckle phonies, and they celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers while these other thorns are rosy. And if you never know who you can trust, then trust me, you'll be lonely. Oh, are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces, aces.
Sorry.
You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in color and do the things I want. You think you got the best of me, think you've had the last laugh, bet you think that everything good is gone. Think you left me broken down, think that I'll come running back. Baby, you don't know me 'cause you're dead wrong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. You heard that I was starting over with someone new. They told you I was moving on over you. You didn't think that I'd come back swinging. You tried to break me, but you see what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. Thanks to you, I got a new thing started. Thanks to you, I'm not the broken hearted. Thanks to you, I'm finally thinking about me. You know, in the end, the day you left was just my beginning. In the end, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. When I'm alone.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You could beat the world, you could beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you go find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name.
yeah.
'Cause you burn with the brightest flame.
Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion.
Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be Godspeed champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And every other walls of the Hall of Fame. You can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the king, come hanging on your chest. You can be the girl, you can be the boy. You can find your champion hanging on the wall. You can throw your hands up, you can be the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You can be a champion, don't walk the luck. Dedicate yourself and your life to standing in the Hall of Fame.
Magandang buhay mga kayubyano. A new day is on the horizon. After more than 3 years online, we are finally back.
So of course, we are here now for the first activity of the Mr. and Miss UB 2023, the press conference. So we are excited as we are now in our new normal. Balik ulit po tayo, at least with our face-to-face. And now, ito na nga po tayo, you're going to meet our Mr. and Miss UB 2023 candidates. So, Gov, are you excited for today?
Yes, I am excited, Gov. And by the way, my name is June Moican from the School of Engineering and Architecture.
And my name is Angel Lorenzo from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. And we welcome you to the Mr. and Miss UB 2023. So I know everyone is so excited to see and meet our candidates. So now, are we all excited para makita po sila? Thank you so much. Ngayon, ready na ba ang ating mga candidates sa likuran? I guess ready na po sila.
Partner.
Let's start with our Miss UB Candidates 2023. Miss Senior High School.
Oh, if there's one thing to be taught, is dreams are made to be caught, and friends can never be bought. Doesn't matter how long it's been, I know you'll always jump in, 'cause we don't know how to quit. Let's start a riot tonight, a pack alliance tonight.
And now let's all welcome the candidates from the School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts.
The top 1% till nothing's left to be spent. Take it all, ours to take, celebrate, because we are the champions, setting it off again. Oh, we on fire, we on fire.
The School of Engineering and Architecture.
Doing the whole shebang. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Get up, stand up, throw your hands up. Welcome to the other land of dreamers, brothers, sisters.
Our Miss
others.
UB candidate
Yeah, we
from the
all
School
fight
of
like
Business
that.
Administration
Oh, the bond is
and
deep.
Accountancy.
The kind of club that we're in, the kind of love that we give. Whoa, ever since the dawn of mankind, we all belong to a tribe. It's good to know this one's mine. Let's start a riot.
Our
tonight,
Miss
a
UB
pack
candidate
alliance
from the
tonight.
School
In
of
this
Nursing.
world, he who stops won't get anything he wants. Play like the top 1% till nothing's left to be spent. We don't care, we won't stop. Call your mothers, call the cops. We are the champions.
Our candidate from the School of Natural Sciences. our Miss UB candidate from the School of Dentistry.
And nothing's gonna be the same. Oh, we're the champions, setting it off again.
And lastly, our candidate from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. All right. And here are our Miss UB 2023 candidates.
All right, so let's move to our Mr. UB, starting off with School of Dentistry.
Doesn't matter how long it's been, I know you'll always jump in, 'cause we don't know how to quit. Let's start a riot tonight.
Next is from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Stops, won't get anything he wants. Play like the top 1% till nothing's left to be spent. Take it all, ours to
From the
take.
senior high school.
Celebrate because we are the champions, setting it off again. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Running our own campaign, doing the whole shebang. Oh, we on fire.
From the School of Criminal Justice and Public Safety.
Get up, stand up, throw your hands up. Welcome to the other land of dreamers.
From the School of Teacher
Sisters,
Education
brothers,
and Liberal
yeah,
Arts.
We all fight like that. Oh, the bond is deeper than skin. The kind of club that we're in, the kind of love that we give. Whoa,
From the School of
whether
Nursing.
it's on mankind, we all belong to a tribe. It's good to know this one's mine. Let's start a riot tonight, a pack alliance tonight in this world. He who
From the School of
stops
Natural
won't get
Sciences.
anything he wants. Play like the top 1% till nothing's left to be spent. We don't care, we won't stop. Call your mothers,
And
call
last,
the
from the
cops.
School of
We are
Business
the
Administration and Accountancy.
setting it off again. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Running our own campaign.
And that's all for our Mr. UB candidates for 2023. Palakpakan naman po sa ating mga nagwagwapuhan at nagagandahang mga candidates for this year. Maraming salamat. So nakita na nga po natin ang ating mga candidates for this year. Due to unforeseen circumstances, hindi po tayo masasamahan ngayon ng ating School of Criminal Justice and
Public Safety.
yes. So Gov, JC, so I know everyone, candidates, alam kong lahat po tayo kinakabahan. Naway, nakapag-warm up po tayo sa likuran dahil unti-unti na po tayo mamaya ay aalamin po ng ating mga audience kung ano pa ba at sino ba kayo as a candidate. Ano ba ang maibibigay ninyo sa University of Baguio? And now, I know everyone wants to know kung ano pa ba ang anong pangalan, from what school, and of course, ang pinaka-importanting part po ng ating Mr. and Miss UB is their advocacy.
Advocacy.
So maybe we can start on from our Miss Senior High School.
Good morning, everyone. I am Heavenly Luwingan, and I represent the senior high school. And I am here rallying for the importance of education. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Senior High School. Let's proceed with our School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts.
Good morning, everyone. I am Francesca Vernice Madriaga Fontanos. I am the representative of School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts, and I am an advocate of gender equality and women empowerment.
Our Miss School of Engineering and Architecture.
Good day, everyone. I'm Micah May Martinez, proudly representing from the School of Engineering and Architecture. I'm an advocate of environmental sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you so much from the School of Business Administration and Accountancy.
Hello everyone, I am Lizelle Gallery Binalio, representing School of Business Administration and Accountancy, and I am advocating youth volunteerism.
Thank you. Now, from the School of Nursing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nana Ershan, G. Escalera, representing the School of Nursing, and I am an advocate of the LGBTQIA rights and for gender equality for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, from the School of Natural Sciences.
A wonderful morning to each and everyone. I'm Joanna Cassandra Barros España, and I am representing the School of Natural Sciences, and I am here holding a light advocating about body positivity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, from the School of Dentistry.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jasmine Andre Peñaflor, and I represent the School of Dentistry. My advocacy is to have world peace, making peace more than just a vision, but a possibility.
Thank you so much. And lastly, from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Good day, everyone. I'm Frolen Mostales, and I am from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. And I am an advocate of youth empowerment entitled Head, Heart, and Hands. Thank you.
Thank you. So ngayon, narinig na po natin ang mga advocacies ng ating female candidates. Now, let's proceed sa side mo, partner, ang ating male candidates.
Alright, so unahin na natin from the School of Dentistry.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I am Carl Joseph Siller Dizabal. I am representing the School of Dentistry. I am advocating fitness as a recreational activity in promoting body positivity as well as awareness for mental health. Thank you.
All right, next is from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Greetings, everyone. I am Jethro Arvin Gray from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. I believe in empowering students against bullying. If we are to change the world, we must first start with ourselves. That is all. Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to senior high school.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jair Brelo Cancino, representing senior high school, and I advocate for mental health.
All right, next is from the School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts.
Kumusta? I'm Jeshua Farnigan Bagawet, and representing the School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts, and advocating quality education for all. Thank you.
All right, from School of Nursing.
Pleasant morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am John Verdel A. Caritativo, 19 years old, is willing to advocate the SDG number 3, which is our good health and well-being, tackling the issue of our lack of access to a quality healthcare. Thank you.
All right, from the School of Natural Sciences.
Good day, everyone. I am Carl Edward P. Torres. I'm from the School of Natural Sciences, and I strongly believe in the implementation and the strong application of incorporation of sex education in our system in addressing social issues. Thank you.
All right, and last is from the School of Business Administration and Accountancy.
Good day, everyone. I am Jabez Lumasok, representing School of Business Administration and Accountancy, promoting responsible, consumable, and sustainable development.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our male candidates for the Mr. and Miss UB.
Yes, so we are Ang gagaling ng ating, at ang gaganda. So talagang target po ng ating Mr. and Miss UB ngayon ay hindi lamang physical beauty. More on talaga sa advocacy po tayo magfo-focus for this year. So as, you know, not only as your host for today, we are also definitely your governors from different departments and schools. So Governor June, before ka naging governor, no, what is your advocacy?
Well, my advocacy, Gov, is about gender equality. Knowing that maraming part of the LGBTQA plus ngayon na binubully, parang discrimination na sa kanila. So that's my advocacy being right now as a governor of School of Engineering and Architecture. And how about you, Gov? Ano yung advocacy mo ngayon bilang isang governor ng School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management?
You know, before I actually entered student leadership, I always fight for the rights of the trans women. You know, as a trans woman, napakalakas po ng mga issues na nangyayari sa community ko. Yes, thank you so much. Napakalaki at kailangan bigyan ng action. So as a trans, so mas gusto ko po actually mag-focus sa trans kids as well. So it's good that I am actually dubbed or called as the first student body governor or first trans woman student body governor. So yun ang lakas ko po this year. So I hope na nabigyan ko po ng representasyon ang aking community, especially with the trans community.
Alright, thank you, Gov. And you know, it's been 3 years na pagbabalik natin dito sa University of Baguio and sa pagbabalik ng Mr. and Miss UB natin. And you know what, Gov? This year, ang theme natin is Bejeweled.
Yes, we are now into jewels. Why? Dahil po nga sa after 3 years natin because of pandemic, nagbabalik na po ulit ang University of Baguio. Pinapatatag at pinapalakas na nga po natin through events, activities, outreach programs, and now we are in the level of jewels. We considered that this year is our jewel level. And for the next school year, we are going to transition into diamond as we are about to celebrate our 75th anniversary of University of Baguio.
And you know what, Gov? Ang advocacies nila ngayon is inclusion sa SDG ng school natin, also the standard of society as part of the pageant.
Yes, that's why you have advocacies as well. So, of course, hindi natin mabubuo ang Mr. and Miss UB 2023 without our partners.
That's right, partner. We have also today one of our media partner. Thank you to Big Sound FM. Let's give them a round of applause.
Of course, for our prep pageant tomorrow, Baguio Country Club.
Yes. And also Smart Telecommunication.
Yes, thank you for
Maraming
our
salamat.
sponsors and partners for this year's pageant. So of course, alam ko na lahat ang alam pa lamang na activity ng ating Mr. and Miss ay press conference pa lang as our first activity nga po. But of course, may mga susunod pa tayong activity for this upcoming days.
That is correct. And by tomorrow, March 22, we will be having our pre-pageant at the Baguio Country Club Cordillera Convention Hall, which include their swimwear and talent competition.
And of course, the most major part of prep pageant for tomorrow is their opening statement. At after that nga po is on March 23 at sa SIHTM Cafe Fernando ay ang kanilang intellectual interview.
All right. And on March 25, it's the outreach program at the Alejo Pacalso Memorial National High School.
At ang pinakahihintay ng lahat ay ang ating coronation night. Of course, that will be on April 13 at the UB Cardinals Gymnasium. So see you, UBianos.
All right.
So nagsimula na nga tayo. Siguro ready na ang ating mga candidates sumagot ng ating mga questions coming from our audience. But before that, bibigyan muna namin kayo ng mga katanungan bilang host nyo for today. Gov June.
Alright, so I think magsisimula tayo sa School of Dentistry. Okay, siguro yung question namin dito is, how does the pandemic challenge you and have you learned from it?
Well, actually, the pandemic is really a challenge for everyone. And being only in the house or being excluded in the house just because of the pandemic is very difficult since the spread of the virus could be very prone to everyone. And for me, well, basically the importance, I think, is the togetherness of the family, the importance of family, since everyone is being taken care of during the pandemic. Even when someone will go out or someone is working in a hospital, it is very important for us to take care of ourselves and of our health, and that for me is the important thing that I have learned. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Sa aking side naman, ang mga ating female candidates. Same question, Miss SIHTM.
Same question is, how does the pandemic challenge you and have you learned from it?
During the 3 years of the pandemic, I've learned that the importance of our family, our time together, is what we really need in this life. Because during the pre-pandemic, we weren't able to treasure and appreciate our family. But then, the pandemic that we thought that is a tragic, but it taught us to love more, to care more, and to share the love that we have for others, not just for our family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss SIHTM. You know, sa sagot ni Mr. SOD and then Miss SIHTM, dun talaga natin makikita ang kahalagahan ng mental health as well as ang giving time sa ating pamilya.
That is correct.
And for next question,
All right, let's proceed with Mr. SIHTM. All right, so your question is, how does biased media affect society with regards to the information and news broadcast?
A pleasant morning again to everyone in this room. I believe media has a very powerful, or is a very powerful tool in our society. And thanks to technology, news travels faster even than before. Now, as a student of the School of IHTM, I believe this power has to be used, as Spider-Man once said, with great responsibility. And that goes for everyone, not just in the media. For everyone, the person next to you, behind you, wherever, we must always be kind to each other. I believe there are so many talented and intelligent individuals in our world. What we need are more genuine, kind individuals to spread the gift of kindness. That is all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And how about for the female candidate, senior high school? So same question. How does biased media affect society with regards to the information and news broadcast?
Biased media can affect us in a lot of ways. In fact, media is our source of information and knowledge. And if the media could share more educational information to the students or to the youth, then they can also educate a lot of people, because they are such, as Mr. HITM said, that social media or internet or media is such a powerful tool for everyone. So I hope let's use it in a good way and a factual. Thank you.
thank you so much. So next is our Mr. SHS as well, senior high school. So if you will be our next Mr. and Miss UB, The youth are considered as the hope of the fatherland, as claimed by Dr. Jose Rizal. As an empowered youth, how will you use your voice to influence others? Again, if you will win the Mr. and Miss UB 2023, the youth are considered as the hope of the fatherland, as claimed as Jose Rizal. As an empowered youth, how will you use your voice to influence others?
All right, a pleasant morning to everyone once again. And as ma'am said, well, I will serve as a role model first of all, because this is what the people looks up to. This is what the people looks for, a role model who knows how to lead people. And having discipline as my edge, I think that I can use this to also inflict change in lives of people, not just within the University of Baguio, but within our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How about you, Miss School of Teachers Education and Liberal Arts? Same question. The youth are considered as the hope of the fatherland, as claimed by Dr. Jose Rizal. As an empowered youth, how will you use your voice to influence others?
Similar to Mr. Senior High School, I will be a role model, of course, because the youth is looking for someone who they can look up to, and someone that they can, or someone that will lead them to do good things, do better things for the society and for our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, from the school, punta na po tayo sa mga male categories natin, no? From School of Dentistry. Or natanong na ba natin?
From the School of Teacher Education and Liberal Arts.
Okay. So here's your question po. So, karamihan po kasi ngayon, as you know, you are joining now pageants, and for sure, madami sa ating audience, they will follow you and they will add you as well on your social media. Now, how can you use social media more effectively to teach the youth? Again, how can you use social media effectively to teach the youth?
Mic test. As you know, I'm a Bachelor of Arts in Communication student, and I'm a part of the media industry. So, of course, I would like to, as of course, in line in my advocacy, I will use the media as to provide the other students around the Philippines to improve their academic engagement by providing them quality education content through technological means, because we are now in a technological society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stella. Let's proceed with our Miss Saya. Miss Saya, same question. How can you use social media more effectively to teach the youth?
So, good day everyone. I will apply the think before you click. As a candidate and as a former officers, I know how to share legitimate information. I will check if it's fake news or not, and I will share to the others. So I will be a role model. It's not only for speaking and here, but I will role model in being social media. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So let's move to School of Nursing. So here's your question. If you were tasked to organize an activity from the School of Nursing or from the University of Baguio, what would be it and why?
If I am tasked to do an organization or something with regards to the Nursing Association here in University of Baguio, that is through promoting access to a quality healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to know that it is a fundamental human right for our people to have an access to quality healthcare. And even though with the progressive state of our world, there's still millions of Filipinos who do not have an access to that. And I think by doing that task, by promoting, raising awareness, we can make a difference. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
So
so
let's move on to
Miss School of Business Administration and Accountancy.
so same question. If you were tasked to organize an activity from School of Business Administration and Accountancy or to the University of Baguio, what would be it and why?
Hello. Of course, I'm advocating about youth volunteerism. So the program that I will use is doing outreaches. Of course, especially that University of Baguio has what we call ECHOS, which is ex, extending communities extend communities outreaches services, and I will use it to, of course, inspire youth to take actions to our social issues and to also empower youth through volunteerism.
All right, thank you. So next is from the School of Natural Sciences. So here's your question. How will you incorporate your advocacy into your future career?
Okay, I am an aspirant in the medical field, and my advocacy, as I have said, is about the sex education. Because I believe that sex education is a good response in the perpetuating social issues that we have right now. And one of those is the HIV/AIDS. And in my future career, I want a world where we don't have a problem and we don't have to worry about our sexuality, about how we can express and how about we can express it. And I want to build a future with my career where it is where HIV is curable and we don't have much increased rate right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Same question, Miss School of Nursing. How will you incorporate your advocacy into your future career?
As a future nurse, fighting for the rights of LGBTQ plus people are the ones who are mostly diagnosed with HIV and AIDS. And for me, I'd be advocating for the proper contraceptives in the future, and at the same time, advocating for sexual education like Mr. SNS said, because with the HIV and AIDS still laganap pa rin sa mga LGBTQ plus people, we would love to educate them na there are options for them to practice safe sex, and at the same time, mabawasan na rin yung cases here in the Philippines kasi tayo pa rin po ang pinakamataas sa buong mundo. And that is all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Mr. School of Business Administration and Accountancy, here's your question. How does your course benefit the culture today? Again, yeah. How does your course benefit the culture today?
Good day, everyone. As a business administration student, I am an officer in our department where we can collaborate with the government, with other organizations here in the University of Baguio, where we can create, relating to my advocacy, responsible consumption and sustainability. Today, we can create a lot of progress in our life because right now we are not focusing environmentally and economically. I want to promote people that can give us benefits, that can give us a long-term solution for us to progress and give us more hope in the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, Miss SNS. So, same question. How does your course benefit the culture today?
Hello, good morning again, everyone. My course is medical. I am a medical technology student, and when it comes to our culture, there is a lot of stereotypes really that is becoming an issue right now. Where in a lot of cultures here in the Philippines only is that people are only thinking about going into some kind of remedies when it comes to medicine, and it becomes the culture of those people to never get to believe on the power of our natural science. And that is the significance, that is the cruciality of my course, to give an education and to give knowledge to those people who needs it, especially with a lot of different cultures who are practicing remedies within their barangays, within their communities. It is very important to believe within those professionals also, because with that, we cannot just, save lives just by words. We could save lives also by believing to those professionals who've studied and who have given an action to a particular disease, who is to a particular disease when it comes to just not just believing into haka when it comes to Tagalog. It is very crucial for us. It is very crucial for my course to have to believe and to give a knowledge that will not just going to put a life in danger, but will going to put a life in a matter of that will going to put a life on a person wherein a rightful person, a professional person, will going to save that life. It is very, very important for us to believe with what is reliable. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you. And last, we have from the School of Dentistry. So here's your question. How can you maximize your potential to benefit the UBN community through School of Dentistry? Again, how can you maximize your potential to benefit the UBN community through School of Dentistry?
Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, as a student of dentistry, good morning, everyone. So, as a student of dentistry, I will maximize my potential to the UBN community, especially by conducting activities that is related to my course, which is dentistry, and having medical and dental missions in our school, so that we can help these students to check their mental and dental problems, especially. So that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I know everyone is so eager to ask questions sa ating mga candidates. But
Yes.
before that, may we proceed first? I have a final question for our male and female categories, for our male and female candidates. So before po tayo mag-proceed sa question ng ating mga from different schools, I want to ask first, kahit sino po ang sumagot ha, you're here to represent your school or your department. Now, how will you represent everyone as Mr. and Miss UB? Again, you are here to represent your school or your department. Now, if you're going to win the Mr. and Miss UB 2023, how are you going to represent the whole UBN?
Good morning again. As a student of the University of Baguio, not just a student of the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management, I aim, and as someone who is aiming to be the next Mr. UB, I show it through my actions. Lamarck once said, actions speak louder than words. And I intend to represent everyone, every student, every faculty member, by standing tall, by having a bright smile, and most importantly of all, by having the heart of a champion. That is all. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. A good day again, everyone. To be a Mr. UB, I will be a living testimony of what our university have always said, in pursuit of perfection. I want to be that person who strives for more and who accomplishes a lot, but always wants a lot. And that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How about from our female candidates, Miss School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management?
One? Yeah. As for me, I would proudly wear the sash and crown as a product of the University of Baguio. That whether on or off stage, we will still be able to function well in our community, in our environment, to be better in our future. That's all. Thank you.
Any from our female candidates as well?
If I were to represent the School of UB, I would be the voice of the students in order to achieve the mission and the values of our university. That is all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. May mga kasagutan pa po ba tayo from our female candidates? Wala na po? Any addition from...
Once again, if we all deserve the title. On my behalf, if I will be the one who will be the crowned as Mr. University of Baguio 2023, I will relate it especially as what the University of Baguio in the scallops, where we should put God's first. As a Christian, we can see right now that University of Baguio, guided by God right now, the University of Baguio is not as successful as it is in the past. Right now, we can see University of Baguio is one of the biggest university right now. So all of us here, if we put God's first, we can see a brighter future, that we can see a straight path for us to have a better future that can give us progression and make us a better person. Thank you.
Thank you. From SHS, may kasagutan pa po ba tayo sa aking katanungan? Pakitry po muna ang ating microphone.
Good morning. All right, once again, good morning, everyone. As someone who aspires for the crown and the title Mr. UB, well, one thing I would do, first of all, is going back to my answer earlier, be a role model. Someone who stands out in the crowd and someone to look up to. And not just that, I will also be the best version of myself, showing everyone that it is UB that we are looking for. And as we all know, it's all up here. But not just that, let me not just talk about UB. Let me also focus on my advocacy, because being the next Mr. UB gives me the urge to put my words into actions and make manifest. So being crowned as the next Mr. UB now strengthens me to bring force or to push myself on my advocacies, knowing that I can inflict change in the lives of the people who are suffering from mental illness. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last. Yes, po. We still have one? Yes, here.
Thank you, Miss Angel, from the School of Nursing. So, to be a Mr. University of Baguio is both a privilege and an honor. So, if I will be able to represent not only as candidates here, but everyone, that would be not indifferent. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, each and every UBian are not indifferent. They contains positivity, message of positivity. And I also believe that the opposite of love is not hate. It is indifference. And I know that each and every UBian are not silent today. They send out messages, message of love, message of hope, and message of not being a bully or message of giving strength to people to become a better part of our society. That will be all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, candidates. You know what, partner, ang gaganda ng mga sagot nila.
Yes, at I think ready naman ang lahat. Lahat deserving to
Oo.
be Mr. and Miss. Hindi na lamang kayo nagre-representa per department, but also you are going to represent the whole UBianos.
That is correct. And now, partner, let's proceed na to questions from ating mga audience.
From our audience.
So let's start from Big Sound FM, sir.
All right. Good morning, guys, candidates. I have 5 questions, so if anybody has any answer, you may feel free to grab the mic. First question, kasi I noticed all of your advocacies. They're all great. I love them all, but no one shows culture. So in this case, I'd like to ask this in the sense of culture. What can any of you do to spearhead, promote, or assist in bringing light to our culture? Your culture, the Cordilleran culture, it doesn't matter as long as it's culture. Anybody has any answers?
So how can we spearhead and focus and advocate for our culture? Well, the easiest answer would be through social media. As someone who is active on social media, let's be honest, every one of us here uses Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And I think that these are the best platforms that we could showcase our social medias. Not just share stories, chicas, or any other rants, but let us also use this as a safe space where we could share and promote our culture. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Where we can, like in the buwan ng wika, by the time of August, it would be the best time to showcase our culture and each and everyone's difference. At the same time, unite as one. And that is all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody else?
So,
Hello.
so good morning again, everyone. Since the Philippines has a vast community of cultures, I think within my advocacy that fitness will be the major part of being a recreational activity for awareness of mental health and as well as body positivity. I believe that the Philippines has activities or actions that are done through culture, like maybe for example, me as an Igorot, dancing the kanyao is one recreational activity that could be related, that can be made as a solution for mental health, since it is relaxing and it is nice for community building. And that will be all. Thank you.
I believe that our government officials are doing a great job in promoting our culture. In fact, Baguio City has been visited a lot of times in this year, since we've all know by a rich culture and heritage. But as a student, the best that I can do to promote our culture is not just by social media. Actually, I am working as a model in Manila, and by doing that, some people are asking me, do you have you half, and I was just like, yes, I'm half Australian, and I'm actually proud to be a Igorota. And they would be curious what's an Igorot, because some people are not really educated enough about our culture or about our heritage, and just by sharing them what Igorot people can offer to the community, then it is also promoting our culture and heritage to a lot of people. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Just for the record, I have someone with me from the Office of Councilor Molintas, who is also the ambassador for, how should I call this? Human rights and indigenous peoples, all right? So that's why I wanted to ask the question. Next question, mga kaibigan. Mr. and Miss UB candidates, in light of recent events, especially with the cases from the neighboring school, yung tatlong, I will not mention it, censored material, what are your plans for mental health, especially sa mga sumagot ng mental health as an advocacy?
As you all know, in light of the recent events, it is truly sad to hear it. But having mental health as an advocate, I think that the best thing to do is to spread the awareness that our university are well equipped with guidance counselors. And I commend University of Baguio for that. Within the four corners of our institution, the Center for Counseling and Student Development is readily available and well equipped. And through spreading this awareness, we could actually tell our students, share our fellow friends that they could always visit the guidance counselors because let's be honest, it has always been stigmatized na pag guidance counselors, para lang yan sa makukulit, sa mga nag-aaway. But no, guidance counselors are ready for anything. And let's say for mental health, they're well equipped. And sometimes, we always just remember that ang kailangan lang natin is that there's someone to listen and talk to you.
Well, I would like to let them feel that I am sorry for that and let them also know that their feelings are very much valid. And guys, it's okay not to be okay. And sometimes, you know, all the things that we can do is just to check by our peers, by families, by our friends, to ask how are they doing? Because by just simply doing that, it would mean a lot to them, knowing that someone care for them, someone is actually looking out. In fact, our also local government officials has a readily available social, it's actually called prevention hotline, where you can call them if you really need someone to talk to. So guys, don't hesitate. I believe that an intermediate solution to this can lead into a positive outcome. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm very saddened with all those news that I've heard during the past few weeks. But however, as an advocate of mental health awareness as well, and also body positivity, I will use fitness, as I've said a while ago, since fitness is a vast and a broad meaning for activities for recreation. I think doing these, being active in those fitness activities, not just by going to the gym or exercising or sports. Also, music is also a fitness activity since it activates your mental and thinking ability through music. And music is one way that we can do to at least calm ourselves and be relaxed. Thank you.
Nawala bigla yung isang kasama natin. Do we have a spare microphone dyan? Ayan, sige. Miss IHTM, right?
After I saw that video on Facebook, I felt sad. I felt heartbroken because I felt what just that lady felt that moment. And that brings me to the point that what our youths need today is someone who is ready to be a shoulder to someone who is in need. And I believe that every one of us that are here is capable of doing that by simply listening to them and giving sympathy to them and giving the love that they need, because that's what really matters in this world, to love your neighbors. That's all. Thank you.
All right, and my final question, just so I can wrap things up as well. So I've been hosting Mr. and Miss UB for 6 years, from 2014 to 2020. So I've seen every single candidate. I've seen them give all of their advocacies, all of their plans for the school. Very few have come through with their plans. Very few have actually said that they're going to do what they said during these events, during the outreaches, during the press conferences. What is what is our assurance that should you win Mr. and Miss UB, hindi lang yan magiging title? Ano bang assurance namin na kapag kayo ay manalo bilang Mr. and Miss UB, talagang gagawin nyo yung sinabi ninyo?
Good morning again to everyone. If I win or not in this competition, I am already showing it through my actions. I advocate for empowering students against bullying. I, for one, from my younger years, I know what it's like to be spat on, mocked, laughed at, and be made a joke of. If I win or not, I will still continue to show through my actions that bullying is never fun. Bullying should never be tolerated. From light teasing to toxic jokes, this must never be repeated, especially for us students, the younger generation. How are we to expect to build a brighter future if that very generation is plagued by this problem? That is all. Thank you.
Okay, good morning again, everyone. So, if ever I win or not win this competition, I will still carry this journey as a great responsibility. As you all know, I am a member and a past president of one of the most prestigious international organization, which is the Junior Chamber International. So, at my presidency, we already conducted many activities like what do you call this? Like tree planting, outreach programs, dental and medical missions. So I've been in this organization for 10 years already. So at the early age of 9, I am joining my mother. So she inspires me a lot. So that is why I run for the president of this organization and inspired youth active citizens to join this organization. Especially my advocacy is world peace. So here we develop their skills, understanding, and knowledge to make informed decision and to take action. That's all. Thank you.
Hello again. So, as an advocate of youth empowerment, it actually started about 3 years ago when a typhoon struck our province of Aurora. And this has been my #1 priority since then. And I can assure you that I can finish what I've started. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Being an advocate for mental health, truly, it is really hard to have a friend who currently suffers from mental illness, depression, and anxiety. And as to what I have said earlier, well, guidance counselors are readily available. And though I win or not, my actions already speak up for it. In fact, I have visited the guidance counselor a couple of times, and just this recent year, we actually conducted some kamustahan as well, which is why winning the crown gives me more power to put my actions into word, knowing that I have an advocacy, I have a plan, which is actually a visit of change, wherein I would like to suggest the University of Baguio that for every single student here is that we should have a quarterly visit with the guidance counselors. That is all. Thank you.
If you're already assured, you're assured because I assure you that I am already going through the slums of our coastal areas to share my advocacy to people so that they would believe themselves. I am already educating them by public speaking, and that is with the partnership of our LGUs, our police officers, and I am also I have a face on the newspaper of one of the schools, a public high school within our province, talking about my advocacy about body positivity. My advocacy is I am already talking about this since then. So I've already extend up those informations. I would always continue to spread up those knowledges to a lot of individuals, especially here in the University of Baguio where I am in, not only within my province, but I am planning and I am always persevered to expand those knowledge since that advocacy of mine is my own experience. That is my own story, my own life. And I know that I am very credible to be that person who would going to speak firsthand to those people, especially who are in experience with being conscious, being bothered about their bodies. And that is why I am here. That is what I am fighting for. And with those, I do, and when it comes to culture also, I've experienced dancing with our cultural ancestors at our province, which is the province of Aurora. So I am a very active citizen, not only here in school, but also a very active citizen within our province and within our community in general. So you're already assured. I am already a person who is serving my whole life, who is serving my voice and my action to be as reflected to those individuals, especially right now, to the students of University of Baguio. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Meron pa po bang mga kasagutan?
Yes, po. If I were to be the Mr. UB, I will use this platform, or I will be the existing evidence that I can use this platform to spread awareness about sex education, that we can live in a world that that people don't laugh about whenever they hear the parts of the reproductive system. And lastly, we should always also remember that assurance also should always come with consciousness and compliance and responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello?
Yes, po.
So, hello. To share to you, I've been being the officers from the high school. So, we already know how to take actions in every programs, and I will assure to you, sir, that in every plans that we will conduct and related to my advocacy, which is the environmental sustainability, we all know that yung tipong tanim-tanim lang, then we will not be visiting that. I will suggest that we must take actions in activities like instead of tree planting, we can conduct tree parenting, which is we could that tree we will substitute as a baby, because as I observe, the University of Baguio conduct outreach programs and tree planting, but once or twice a year like that. So we would not know if that plant we planted will growing or not. But I will suggest to you that we must take actions and don't just think and just plant, but serve that as your accomplishment. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, po.
So as for me po, I am a very shy person. I am really kept in my bubble. However, I saw this pageant as an opportunity for me to put out myself and show that I can represent the people that needs representation, and I can be the voice of the University of Baguio. Thank you.
Yes.
I believe that advocacy plays a vital role in each and every one of us. And I'm actually here to share you that I'm the product of my own advocacy. If I may share to you, I was once an out-of-school youth. I lost hope. I thought that going back to school would no longer be an option. But then I realized the importance of education, that education is the backbone of your security. So I decided to enroll myself here at the University of Baguio, and now rallying for the importance of education. And actually, I am partnering with one of the teachers here that if we could have this charity program in the alternative learning system, since I graduated there, and if we could give the help that they need, then I am also a product of my own advocacy and doing something for the people and for the youth who needs the help that they need. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Answers from other candidates? Are we good? I think we're good. Again, thank you, Sir Ralph
Thank you.
Raposa from Big Sound FM. Now let's entertain some questions from the different schools of University of Baguio. How about this side? Do you have any questions to our candidates? We good? How about your side, partner?
How about this side? Do you have any question to our candidates?
Sige, ikaw pa. Wala. I guess I have here name and from what school?
I am Maria Abigail Binuag from senior high school. I am a representative of the school paper, Sinag. The question is, what is your greatest strength and how would that make you an effective title holder of Miss and Mr. UB? Can I repeat? What is your greatest strength and how would that make you an effective title holder of Miss and Mr. UB?
Okay.
Good morning, Miss Maria, and thank you for that nice question. I am a firm believer in the saying, confidence will get you anywhere. As Leonardo DiCaprio said in his movie, Catch Me If You Can, all you need, bro, is confidence. Now, my greatest strength is my confidence. All my failures, my experiences have taught me to always put myself out there and experience everything as is. Failure, success, whatever it be. I show it through how I am right now within school or outside or within other communities. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. How about from our female candidates?
Hello. So I will answer that question, ma'am. My greatest strength today is being independent because as you can see, I have no partner, but being alone is not a hindrance for me in winning this competition and it will not drag me down. Although my school chance of winning got cut off, I could still stand and I could make my department proud to me. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any answers from other candidates? Yes, po muna. Go.
So, good morning. Thank you for that wonderful question. One of my strengths actually is I am a very perseverant person. Ever since high school, I have been a school athlete, but I haven't won any big medals because I have always been placed in fourth. However, I still kept on continuing competing at the national level. And if I were to win the title, with my perseverance is that I'll be the voice and to keep on promoting gender equality in order to promote way more inclusivity in our university. At the same time, with my perseverance, I'd like to collab and to join the gender and development of UB, and at the same time, you'd be able to voice out the concerns of our fellow communities here in the university because I've heard a lot of issues that has been facing that it's very discriminatory and sometimes they are being isolated or they are not being allowed to properly express themselves. So with my own perseverance, I'd love to keep on parang ipaglaban pa ang kanilang mga boses para sa future ng community na they are safe to be in this university. That is all. Thank you very much.
And that is actually a great question. And to share my greatest strength or my edge is actually discipline. Because as we all know, discipline is really hard to gain. And as a student who is raised with really strict parents, I am proud to say that through discipline, I was able to achieve my goals. I was able.
Gentlemen, we are all different individuals. And what matters and the strength that I can offer is my own great story that other people will going to read, other people will going to watch. so that they can be more inspired, they can be more motivated. Ladies and gentlemen, my advocacy focuses on body positivity. This advocacy is somehow straight from my heart. I am a product of bullying, and I primarily experienced bullying in an institution just like this, a school institution, a school that is up to give us a safe environment. But why is that? We are all experiencing those negativities in a safe environment as is they are telling us. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a person with a walking story to inspire everyone that if you've just believed yourself, despite of all those criticisms, despite of all of those judgments from other people, you can stand here. You can be like me. You could be in partnership with a lot of government officials. You can be in a position wherein you didn't even think about. I am just a simple person. We are not rich. And my parents are just a mere, simple people who are living in this society. But as a person who is inspired to speak up about my story, I am able to expand my hand and to reach a lot of individuals. And I myself would continue to give this education, to give this knowledge to those individuals who needs it the most, but merely to a lot of people in this university, focusing on a lot of students so that they can be more empowered and more courageable to do what they want. All that they needed to do is just to believe within themselves. Because, if you've already believed within yourselves, that is the moment wherein you're halfway through your journey. Thank you very much.
Okay. For me, my greatest strength is my imperfection. Because I believed, I have always told myself that I wasn't the best. And I am not crafted with perfection. But that what pushes me to achieve more, to be more, and to do more. And that, I think, is the best aspect that I can bring here in Mr. UB. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Any questions?
We have one question here.
Oh, go.
Good morning, everyone. I am Hazel Sukgang from School of Business Administration and Accountancy. My question is actually from Miss UB 2019, Miss Zarina Caguntas. The question is, what, in your opinion, is the biggest issue or difficulty that your fellow students are now facing? And if you win the competition, how can you contribute to its resolution? Again, what, in your opinion, is the biggest issue or difficulty that your fellow students are now facing? And if you win the competition, how can you contribute to its resolution?
First.
Good morning, Miss Hazel, and thank you for that question. Winning this competition, I will show it through my actions. Sorry, once again, may I hear the question again?
What, in your opinion, is the biggest issue or difficulty that your fellow students are now facing? And if you win the competition, how can you contribute to its resolution?
All right, thank you again. For me, the biggest, I believe, problem that students have trouble doing is being able to communicate themselves. No thanks to the recent pandemic, through online classes, I have seen with my own eyes within the classroom, within the hallways, that students have very much high difficulty of expressing themselves, whether it be in the classroom of asking a very simple question, or even in the GC where people are just shy to communicate themselves. Now, as a student of IHTM, I will not only advocate empowering students against bullying, but learning how to use that very gift of communication that God has given us. That power of communication, as Jose Rizal once said, and many other literary artists, the pen is the strongest tool. The pen is stronger than a sword. This is what I advocate, and that is what I will do as the next Mr. UB. Thank you.
So thank you for the wonderful question, Miss Hazel. Um, if I won the title, and due to that, one of the main issues that I have been witnessing in the school of University of Baguio, and actually at the same time with the different neighboring schools, is the mental health. Everyone, kung sa lahat tayong lahat, ating napansin na majority sa atin, nung tayo ay bumalik sa face-to-face classes, ay tayo ay nagulantang, na yung term na nagulantang, or tayo ay nagulat na ganito ulit, or na tayo nagulat sa workload dahil nanggaling tayo sa pandemya, which because of the pandemic that and the in the online education, transitioning to face is a different kind of challenge that it totally challenged our mental health of each of every one of us. Because I can't deny, even myself, I struggled at the first 2 semesters of face-to-face classes. So, even though my advocacy is for fighting for the rights of LGBTQIA+, we must also include in our resolution the fighting for the mental health of everyone as well, because everything is really heavy right now, but at least we can still persevere from it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Maybe we can limit the answers for only 3 para makatanong pa po yung other departments natin. So last question, last answer from our candidates. Yes, po, from Mr.
Hello. Eto na po. So I think the biggest issue the students is facing right now is the lose for passion. Ladies and gentlemen like me, I lose my passion on how to play a guitar. I recently forgot how to play a guitar. And the reason for that is that we complain a lot. Let's face the fact that we complain a lot. We always look through the problem that we forgot to look for the solution to that problem. And my resolution for that is to be the trailblazer for our youth, to start inspiring, sharing my words like, it is okay to fail. It is through these trials and errors that we become the very best version of ourselves. Thank you.
Next question, please, coming from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. What's your question? Your name?
I am Eloisa Ramirez. So my question would be, one of the objectives of joining pageant competitions is to improve the camaraderie and social skills of candidates. So how will you be able to show your support to your fellow candidate during and after the competition? Again, one of the objectives of joining pageant competition is to improve the camaraderie and social skills of candidates. So how will you be able to show your support to your fellow candidate during and after the competition?
From our female candidates, please.
Thank you for that question. Well, I would like you to know that this competition, or the search for Mr. and Miss UB 2023, is not just a competition. It is not just something that is waiting for, but it is also a family. I believe that having a relationship with each other is very important in our society. Why? Because this is what we lack today. That relationship, a good relationship with each other that has a good cause and has a good, what do you call this? Wait, sorry. That this relationship could help us to mold ourselves into a better version of ourselves, to be a better person in our society and in the near future. And as a future service provider and protectors of the earth, we could simply appreciate each and every one, each of every candidates that are here, not just because they are beautiful, sexy, or macho, but because they are confident enough to share to you, to share to others our great causes. That's all. Thank you.
From our male candidates, yes, Mr. Department po.
Oh, so I'm Azer Lupingay, the first year representative of School of Nursing po. Okay, so one of the university's attributes is being a
Oh, hello.
Okay, once again, one of the university's attributes is being a service-driven citizen. As an advocate, do you think the world is doing enough to slow down climate change? Once again, one of the university's attributes is being a self-driven citizen. As an advocate, do you think the world is doing enough to slow down climate change?
Answer from our female candidates. Do we have?
So, sir, I will answer that question. In relate to my advocacy, which is environmental sustainability, we could slow the climate change through action. It's not only for speaking, influence, or inspiring, but we need to take action. We could make simple and daily activities to help our climate to slow our climate change and to help our Mother Earth. We could still participate and join in every activities, as we all know that University of Baguio is active in conducting each activities relate to our environment, because as we observe that our world is being modernized, more building to plan to build, and we could still less of plants and trees. So we could act to help our environment to sustain and maintain and to make our world better. Thank you.
Category, our male candidates.
Hello. Ayan.
Yes po.
Way back in Nueva Ecija, I participated in a volunteering tree planting activity. And I think through that action, I cannot say that we are doing enough when it comes to climate change, because a lot of people still feels the negative effects of it. But one thing I can say is that we are doing something. That tree planting activity is dangerous and messy. But ever since my co-volunteers still goes because their passion is to help our earth, I can say that we are doing something. We might not doing enough, but doing something is better than doing nothing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Final or last answer from our female candidates to still have answered po. Ayun.
Again, if the government or if the people po ba? Government, yes?
Government.
Or the world?
The
It's
world.
the world, the general. Okay, so for me, no. Just walking out by the road, at the side of the road, we can see a lot of different trashes, plastics. And all of those are, the products of us being an irresponsible citizen. No matter how good the government is in implementing a lot of platforms in ways on disposing a lot of, materials. We have this 3 Rs, or may I know that it exceeds now, so it is reuse, reduce, recycle, redo. So I hope that we can actually, these are some things that we are doing. And by the statement that I've said that we are doing not enough because of all of those things that we can see just around us, it will also going to impact our future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, partner.
All right, so we have question from social media. So what is your stand to the modernization of public jeepneys?
Yes, let's start from our female candidates, okay?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Well, I think the modernized jeepneys will not just help us to be modernized, but also it will bring us to disadvantages. And one of this is our appreciation to our culture. I believe that jeepneys is one of our one of our culture as a Filipino. And this is the very reason why many tourists want to go to the Philippines because they want to experience it. And if we are going to sorry. And if we are going to not appreciate these things, we will not be as proud of a Filipino as we are. Why? Because this is our identity, and this is why we are a Filipino. It is because of our culture, and it is because we love being a Filipino. That's all. Thank you.
I very much agree with my beautiful partner, Miss SIHTM. To add upon, yes, the classic jeepney design is very much deeply embedded, if not rooted in our culture as Filipinos. And I would like to add that a jeepney in itself is also an education. It teaches you teamwork, it teaches you communication, and it teaches you when to say para. Now, to lose these traditional jeepney designs, to add upon what my partner has eloquently said, is like losing a part of our Filipino identity. And I, for one, think it is a shame, but a necessary step for the modernization of our country, for a brighter Philippines. That is all. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So, phasing out our jeepneys is not the solution. As what they said, jeepney is a unique culture of our country, the Philippines. So, one solution that I can tell you is that improving jeepneys and not phasing out jeepneys, because or if not improving these jeepneys, why not give our jeepney drivers a activity where they can regain their work, because let us all face the truth that if phasing out jeepneys, a lot of jeepney drivers will lose their work, especially especially fathers who are most of our jeepney drivers provides for their family just by this work. So phasing out jeepneys is, maybe we can say it is a solution also, but give them different activities so that they can regain their work. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any question coming from our social media partner?
Yes, there are two more questions. In recent years, we have witnessed the rise of very successful media influencer in various platforms. What piece of advice would you give to a young person who is considering dropping out of school to pursue a full career as a content creator? Again, in recent years, we have witnessed the rise of very successful social media influencers in various platforms. What piece of advice would you give to a young person who is considering dropping out of school to pursue a full career as a content creator?
Let's have our Mr. SHS from male category, or from male candidate.
All right. Being a social media influencer or content creator has its perks. You could be rich, you could be famous, you have prestigious. But let us not forget that education is really important. Because what's the use of being rich if you do not have the knowledge that it takes to support your own lives? Or if you do not have the knowledge that it takes to advance through society? Let us not forget that education is the backbone of our security and future. Through education, we're able to advance. Through education, we are able to share our knowledge. Through education, greater opportunities lies beyond us. But just by being a content creator, it's not forever. You could be famous now, 5 years later, you're not. Which is why I still encourage that the youth would not forget about education. You could be a content creator while being educated. That is all. Thank you.
From our female candidates, yes, Miss Asichas.
Actually, this is the answer of the question about the jeepney modernization. I just would like to add some things about it. As a commuter and a concerned citizen of the Philippines, I believe that the government taking out the jeepney is not an effective solution, because I believe that jeepney has been part of our culture and heritage ever since. And if the jeepney could just look for an effective solution that ensure the safety of the drivers and commuters, then everyone will benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any answers from our candidates, male and females, please? Meron pa po ba? Okay, Miss Saya.
Hello. So I will answer the question from the social media. As we all know, success has limits. We didn't know how long, how far we will gonna be success, but we still have to back up our education. We could still be a content creator, we could be a social media influencer, but you must be educated. As we all know, most of the social influencer, most of the content creator has failures, and we all know that they have mistakes, and some of them, I will not mention of some of them, but they are not totally educated. We could observe that, but that activity we could still do in doing aside from hobby. We still need to back up our life in being educated, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We still have answer from our male candidates? Wala na po. I guess meron pa rin sa female candidates.
Yeah, I think we have one from SNS.
Okay.
Yeah, well, when it comes to different kinds of video or content creator, well, it's just two way. It's either you will going to learn in a hard way, or you will going to learn in an easy way. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that we are all not sure about our future. We don't have any idea on what we were going to do tomorrow, or maybe we have the idea, but we are uncertain about all the things that may happen, right? And by having an education, it is giving our lives a better backbone with it, a better strength to strengthen our lives so that we can be more secured about our future. It is a backbone of ourselves to be more, to be more positive into a life that we wanted to take. And being a content creator is not bad. Actually, you can educate a lot of individuals. But how are you going to educate if you yourself isn't educated? We, people, simple individuals can be a content creator, can be a video creator, and having the education, the rightful education from our university, from such institutions as this, so that we could give much more impact to those people that we will going to reach through social media, to content creations. And by that, I know that with the proper educations from our schools, from our courses, different courses, we could create a much more fundamental knowledge to be shared to a lot of individuals. May it be a simple citizen, may it be a young, old, or indifferent. We could have a greater, a more sustainable education that we could going to give to other people if we ourselves are educated. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And partner, we have one final question coming from social media. All right, so on the perspective of gender and development, what specific programs do you want to see come to light in the University of Baguio, and how would you want to see it become implemented? Again, on the perspective of gender and development, what specific programs do you want to see to come to light in the University of Baguio, and how would you want to see it become implemented?
We have an answer from our male candidate.
The thing that I want to see here in University of Baguio is not a program but a policy. Before the hair dress code and the dress code, I have a lot of transgender and gay, lesbians friends that are sad about this because they have to cut their hair just to study. Ladies and gentlemen, our hair and our dress does not define on how you will learn. It does not define on how will you consume knowledge. And this is something, hair dress code, cross-dressing is something that I want to see in our university. I want to see inclusivity. I want to see each and every members of LGBT community happy, showing their true selves to our society. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, thank you. How about for the female candidates?
As an advocate for gender inequality, in my university, I would love to see a lot more of seminars or team building activities na hindi lang siya exclusive to the student bodies in the University of Baguio, because I've noticed that a lot of our just students who are not members of any organizations or any members of any student bodies, that they are not really educated about gender equality, that they are just only aware but not educated way more further, that I would want them to engage in such activities in order for them to be educated, and at the same time, the unity of each of every one of us would be there, and that would be a kind of way to eliminate the discrimination that we have in our university. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last answer from our candidates. Wala na po. Okay, thank you so much. So, dun na po tayo nagtatapos sa ating question and answer for this press conference. Makakahinga na po ang lahat. Thank you so much. Good job, candidates. Good job po.
A round of applause to our candidates for Mr. and Miss UB 2023.
Yeah, so now let's proceed. Of course, this Mr. and Miss UB press conference will hindi po mangyayari itong conference na ito. You know, isang dagdag activity natin to for this Mr. and Miss UB for this year. And of course, hindi po ito mangyayari without our partners.
Yes.
So now may we call on Mr. Ralph Raposo from Big Sound FM as our one official media partners of University of Baguio. Giving the token of appreciation by our OSA office from our Sir Denver
Soriano.
Oh, if there's one thing to be taught, is dreams are made to be caught.
Again, thank you so much, Mr. Ralph Raposa from Big Sound FM.
All right, you know what, partner? Our reigning Mr. UB is coming from the School of Dentistry. It's Mr. Troy Cabral, and our reigning Miss UB is from School of Business Administration and Accountancy, Miss Zarina Caguntas.
Yes, so let's see. kung sino naman ang maghahawak or magpapatong ng kanilang corona sa April 13 for Mr. and Miss UP.
All right, that's right. And again, we are inviting everyone. Please contact your school governors for the pre-registration for the audience tomorrow, as we will be witnessing our candidates in their swimwear, talent, and their opening statement.
Again, that will be at Baguio Country Club. Baguio Country Club, Cordillera Convention Hall at 2 p.m. po tayo magsisimula.
Yes, and after that, on March 23, it's their Intellectual Ability Conference again, which will be held at SIHTM
Cafe Fernando. And March 25 at the Alejo M. Bacalso Memorial National High School is our outreach program.
And on April 13, it's the coronation night at the UB Cardinals Gymnasium.
Again, we are your hosts. My name is Angel Lorenzo from the School of International Hospitality and Tourism Management.
And I'm June Moican from the School of Engineering and Architecture.
And we welcome you to the Mr. and Miss UB 2023. Mabuhay!
Maraming salamat po.
'Cause we don't know how to quit. Let's start a riot tonight, a pack alliance tonight.
All right,
And here
once
are your
again,
candidates.
a round of applause to our candidates for Mr. and Miss UB 2023.
Celebrate because we are the champions, setting it off again. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Running our campaign, doing the whole
So much. Thank
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining